Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Property Question Time. With me today, I'm so excited to have Andi and Lloyd from White Box Property Solutions. Andi and Lloyd are fast becoming the go-to guys for commercial developments. In the last year alone, they have developed £3 million worth of property, which is amazing for a small, fairly new company. They first came to prominence in 2014 when they won Progressive Property Deal of the Year award. And since then, they've been going strength from strength. So welcome, Andi. Welcome, Lloyd.
Thank you.
Thank you for taking time out, 'cause I know you guys are very busy. And an extra thank you, because I know that we've already spent the whole day together on your property course.
Yep.
So thank you for that.
No problem.
So let's go back to the beginning. If you could tell me a bit more about this award that you won, which was the Progressive VIP Deal of the Year. So can you tell the audience a little bit more about maybe some numbers and how long it took and what was the final value?
Yeah. So the Deal of the Year, what we do, we actually specialise in build to let. Specialised. So what we actually do, we build properties, development properties, and we actually keep them for the rental market. So this deal in particular, we purchased it for 157,000. That's the land cost. The development finance we got was 600,000. The way the deal was structured, it's the purchase of the land was through private investors, and the development finance was through crowdfunding. So we got 100% of the total development cost, basically. The GDV, so the end value, the gross development value, is just under 1.2 million. We had a mortgage on that of 890, so it's a commercial mortgage. Okay. 890. Our total spend was only 810, so it's paid off all our investors, all of the crowdfunder, in terms of all the interests and professional fees, everything. So we're just left with 8 single buy-to-lets, cash flowing gross 6,500 a month.
Okay, and how much of that was your own money you put in?
None.
Okay, so that's probably why you won the Deal of the Year award. Okay, cool, brilliant. If I could go back just a little bit further, because normally when I meet property people, they're normally solo guys, or solo women, but you're the only ones one of the few ones that are partnerships. I know Rob and Mark is, but you were the ones that I know. Tell me, how did that all start, and why did it all start for?
So I had a building company.
Yeah.
I set that up in 2007, and we were, it was very small when I first started. It was really just me. So I'm from a carpentry background, and I built my way up to doing the sort of usual contracted, extensions and small building works. I was fortunate enough to build my own house in 2012-13, and then from that I went back to doing extensions, but it wasn't really what I wanted to do, so I found Progressive the end of 2013, start 2014, okay, and wanted to get more into the investment side of things. Lloyd was around my family at the time. He was sort of he was going out with my cousin. All right. So I sort of knew him in family parties and things like that. And when I looked at getting involved with Progressive and pushing on with the more investment side of things, I asked Lloyd to see if he'd want to look at it with me, and we decided to do it together. So we went to the Multiple Streams event, and that pretty much blew our minds. We didn't know that all of those things existed.
Yeah, I've been one of those.
Yeah. We wanted to then, obviously, I had my construction background, so rather than follow the normal single buy-to-lets and what a lot of other people do.
You missed the stage. You went straight.
We decided that we wanted to develop our own sort of, not our own strategy, but we wanted to do our own thing a little bit, right, and use the skills that I had. So we decided to do more development.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I know. I've been to Masopi, and you can't not buy a course. But of course, this course, commercial development course, that wasn't around then, or was it around? I think it's your baby, isn't it? Is that correct?
Yeah.
So, which course did you buy from Masopi?
Well, we didn't. We thought, rather than do the individual courses, we'll just get straight onto the mentorship. So we did the VIP program.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay.
So 12 months of mentorship and guidance and help. So yeah.
And we were fortunate enough to get Simon Grace for most of our mentorship sessions, and
Right.
he was brilliant and instrumental to us. You know, he made us think bigger. He always pushed us along, and the continuity of having Simon Grace as a mentor was brilliant for us in those early stages.
Okay, right. Okay. So we talked about how you guys met. A lot of time people ask me, how do I know the people I interview? I actually do know the people I interview. So can you remember how we first met?
We, after VIP, there's a program called Inner Circle Mastermind, so ICM, which is more for the business development side of things.
That's right, yeah.
So it's property based, but with the help to help properties grow, really.
Right.
So yeah, you on that as well. We're on that, so we're sort of similar levels, and obviously we met there, and
yeah, I do remember that because
8 months. And so.
yeah, because I used to dread following you. So what used to happen was you have to tell your successes, and normally Andi and Lloyd's success were something like I just completed a £1 million project, and then I used to follow them. It was like, because I went for my copy business, and it's something quite insignificant. So I used to hate that. And then the rest of the format was that we talked about our challenges. I remember your challenges used to be, we're having trouble closing this £1.5 million deal, and I think mine were something like, someone's nicked the tip jar, something like that. I remember that. Yeah, but obviously you've gone on from strength to strength to some amazing projects. So that was the past. So going to the present day, I know you started off in Northampton, where you're based.
Yeah.
But I believe you've gone further afield. Is that right? Can you tell me?
Yeah. So we've recently, in the past 6 months, we've set up a new company in Cumbria. So it's a new SPV, so a special purpose vehicle with another guy up there who owns a building company.
Okay.
We met him at Progressive actually the first time we ever went there.
Oh, really?
So there's some really good synergy there. And he knew of an opportunity in his area but didn't know how to capitalise on that. So I went and had a look. I actually first met him on a mentoring session at my house. He was struggling to see how he could progress with his business to do what we were doing.
Right.
So he came down and I showed him everything we do, and he told me about some opportunities in his area.
Okay.
So I went up to have a look, and it was great. So we ended up setting a new company up there, and for the last 6 months we've been refurbishing 3 big commercial pub buildings.
All right.
And we've got 5 houses up there as well, which are going to give us 100 or over 100 serviced accommodation rooms.
Wow.
In the next 6 months. Yeah.
It's quite an amazing journey from 2014, isn't it?
Yeah, we've pushed on quite a lot.
I did a bit of research on you guys before the interview. I understand that you've got a project in a place called Earthlingborough.
Yeah.
Does that really exist, or is it a made-up name?
Yeah, it's a town I live in.
And I lived in there for 10 years.
Oh, it is. Oh, right. Okay. It's not like Narnia or Gotham.
Yeah.
Right. No. Okay. Okay. I'm sure it exists. I mean, when I first saw it, I thought it was a bit of a joke. But what I'm planning to do is, if 10 of the audience have been there, I'll donate some like £20 to a charity of your choice.
Well, we've both been there, so there's 2
That's
already.
2, yeah. If we get 10 comments on Facebook or YouTube that they've been there, then I'll donate £20 to your charity of your choice. Talking about charity, I know just this weekend you've completed, you raised, I'm not really sure, how much money did you raise for the charity?
So I've just done the London Marathon, and I just checked my phone a minute ago, and it's up to £6,500.
6,000. Oh wow! Right.
Great.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah.
It's overwhelming, really.
That was Sunday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I remember on Sunday I got up early where I live, and it was with a beautiful sunrise, and I took a picture and whacked it on Facebook. I was quite chuffed myself for doing a jog, probably a mile.
Yeah.
And I got 40, 50 likes, and when I got back, I realised that the London Marathon was on.
Yeah.
And I think your wife, did she post a few things? And I felt embarrassed
so.
about my achievement. Right.
You've got to start somewhere.
Okay. So, staying with the present. So, I'm actually here because I'm on your course. It's a commercial course. Could you tell the audience a little bit about that? Who's it for, and what can one hope to achieve out of it?
Okay, yeah. So the course is called The Property Developer's Secrets.
Okay.
It's basically showing people who maybe have single buy-to-lets or maybe a few HMOs how they can step up and move into the development world. So we take people, we show them, we split the system down into 3 easy steps: how to find it, fund it, and finish it.
Okay.
So over the 2-day course, we show you how to find, so how you find the land, how you can find your power team, how you can negotiate and build the team around you to be able to do a development. We show you how to fund it, so how you can follow the models we use, where we use private investor funding to purchase the plot, and then we use quite often Funding Circle to give us 100% development. So we don't use any of our own money to get into these developments.
That's pretty cool, yeah.
And then the finishing side of it, quite key to our model, if you like, is that we don't use the same traditional developers model where they would sell them on and release the money. We keep the properties as assets and rent them out at the end of it, and show them the model how they can get all their money back out from the refinance, pay off the debt that they've got on the development and on the purchasing of the land, so then take the rental income ongoingly forever. And it's a really powerful model which has done us well over the last couple of years. And
we've already seen that in the course today. I was quite impressed with the numbers.
Good.
And would you need any previous experience to be successful in commercial development?
If you get the right education, I would say no. We've had people come on the course where they haven't had any property knowledge, but we kind of guide them through it, and we've got to help them out afterwards. But no, you don't need it, but it helps.
Yeah, I mean, just from your background, you didn't really have all that experience either. I know you had some in the building, but from what I learned today, it's just more than building. It's a whole different part of the project which you didn't have at the start.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's at the end of the day, it's a strategy. So as long as you know that strategy, then there's no reason why anyone can't do it.
Okay, brilliant. So we talked about the past, talked about present. So what's the future hold for you two? So what projects have you got on the horizon? Anything big coming up?
We've just finished the site we're going to look at tomorrow on the site visit on the course. We've just finished 11 houses, which will they're rented out. We've not even finished the build for another week or two. They're pretty much all rented out.
Oh wow!
Okay. For more than the average rent in the area. So that's been a good project over the last few months, and we're just getting over the line our biggest project yet, which is 44 flats in the middle of
44 flats,
middle of Northampton. So that's a great project. So that'll be what we're building for the next 18 months or so.
Right. Okay. Oh wow. Okay. What about your partnership? What's the future for that? I mean, you're not going to expand that, are you?
I don't know how you can expand it.
Add another one?
I don't know how you can expand a partnership. No, we've got a goal and a plan.
Yeah.
We've got business plans and things, so we're sticking to them at the moment. Things are just going to get better and better, and we're sticking to what we want to do.
You've got a successful formula which you're happy with.
Keep rolling it out.
Okay.
Yeah. And like so, you're on the course. We want to show other people how they can do it as well.
Yeah,
okay.
Definitely.
Right. Well, we had a great time on the course today. By the way, these questions I'm asking, it's not part of my tomorrow's quota, is it? Or that's not part of the deal.
Yeah, no.
Cut.
You've done well today, actually. Devinder.
Yeah, well,
it's not
I
as
was a
bad
bit
as I'd
tired.
imagined.
Okay, just going to finish off with some sort of random questions. Property is a business. Yeah. And like any businesses, there's ups and downs, successes and challenges. So from 2014, what's the biggest challenge you've had, and how did you overcome it?
I'd say the biggest challenge, because this is something very new in terms of the build to let model.
Right.
We didn't have a course to follow, and we
Yeah.
couldn't follow anyone that's done it previously. So we kind of did it, and tried to learn from our mistakes, really.
Right.
So probably the biggest challenge is the refinancing type of thing.
Okay.
So when you're coming out of the deal, we're talking to lenders, and we were restricted to a certain number of lenders.
Okay.
That was a bit of a challenge, to which we overcame it because we worked together to sort of overcome that challenge. Spoke to each other about how to get past that point and then what's next, and I suppose the partnership worked well to get past that.
Okay.
And once we're past it, now we know how to refinance. We know exactly who to talk to, what to do on that exit.
Okay.
Which is why now there's a course and now there's the packaged deal. We can then teach people how we've done it, really.
Because refinance is a major part of what you do, isn't it? It's a part of your model. If you don't get that right, it's like saying the rest doesn't really matter, because that is really how you get your money out. And okay. Okay, this is a bit of an interesting one. If you were to talk to a 21-year-old version of you, what advice would you give him?
Can you think about that?
By the way, property related, yeah, not personal.
That narrows it down. Everybody always wants to get into property. In our circles, everyone wishes they got into it 10 years earlier.
Right.
I mean, I was only 21 5 years ago, so. But I suppose, it's been very good to us in the last couple of years. If we could have got into it earlier, we probably would have done. We don't actually think of things like that,
Okay,
we're more focused on forging forward rather than looking back. Mm-hmm. But that we've got guys. We've had a guy on the course today who's 16 years old. The last course we did, we had one who was 17 years old. Wow. So that's great. To see people coming in and educating themselves at that age,
early age,
and that's brilliant. And my kids, certainly, I've got 3 boys myself. Yeah. They're younger than that, but as they grow up, I'll be trying to show them how they can manage funds and money, and leverage time and funds, like I say, just the sort of stuff you don't learn at school.
Oh, we definitely. What we've learned the last few years from Rob as well. It's amazing. It's changed my life anyway.
Exactly.
Okay. Would that be similar advice for your 21-year-old Lloyd?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was only last month. But, like Andy said, we don't really look at what we should have done. Yeah. Because it's all about taking action, and if you don't take it soon enough, you're going to be thinking about that in the past. So, no, it's all about what's in the future, basically. So we just want to keep moving on and keep pushing on as much as we can.
This is a bit related. What is the best advice someone has ever given you? Something that really was a moment like that. Can you think of that advice right now? The first thing that comes to my head is Simon Grace, who was our mentor.
Okay, right. Just told us to think bigger.
Okay.
Yeah. So, add a 0 at the end of it. Think about it. Add a 0. And just think bigger.
Right. Okay.
Which, these developments.
Right.
It's the same results, but not so dissimilar, really. So it's.
Okay.
Yeah. I think definitely that, but also, you don't know what you don't know. Yeah. That's been a key for us. We've got a couple of guys who are on the course today who we met at the build show, so they're not from the education background. Right. And some of their family members have been quite sceptical about coming on this.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. They've thought, you're going to get ripped off and whatever. And they've been quite foresightful to come on it. And like I've just been speaking to them, and you just don't know what you don't know. One key thing, one key learning on a weekend like this could just be the thing that clicks for you and just changes your path forever. Right. And that's something what we've learned on a mindset basis from Progressive, definitely. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Gentlemen, I really want to thank you for your time and all the information that you've given the audience. I know you guys are busy. We're still in the middle of a 2-day course. If the audience want to know a little bit more about White Box Property Solutions, where would they go online?
If you go to the website, which is www.whiteboxps.com, all the information on the course is there, all the information on our mentorship is there, and a bit more about us and the projects we've done are all on there. So.
Would there be anything about Earthling Borough as well?
Yeah. There's a map so they can find it, so they can say that they've been there.
Right, okay. If they've been there, let us know. and we'll put the links afterwards as well. So, if you've got any comments, please leave them on YouTube or Facebook. And if there's anyone else that you want me to interview, again, let me know. And thank you very much.